Fans, welcome back for another big interview. Today, we have a member of the Miracle Generation. He trained under Paul Roma and Mario Mancini. You see him almost every week at Wrestling Open. And recently, he, along with his teammates Dustin and Ichiban, took on former guests of the show, the SAT. Everybody, welcome Kylon King. Kylon, how are you doing today?
What's up, Joe? How you feeling? I'm doing good. I'm living. It's a beautiful day out here, even though it's a little nippy. But we move on. We roll with the punches. You feel me?
Yeah, like the snow was an interesting surprise the other day, but I guess it kind of gets you
Um,
into that holiday season.
it sure do. I didn't even think we was gonna get snow for this year, based off how it was looking. But first snowfall of the year was kind of crazy to see.
Definitely. Now, before I play the intro video today, I have to ask you about that match with the SAT because you guys main evented that Expect the Unexpected show. It was, if you haven't watched it, you have to go on IWTV. You have to watch like the fathers of this style versus you guys who that felt like a passing the torch match. How awesome was it to be in the ring with them?
Yo, like first off, like you said, main event in our first ever show at Expect the Unexpected. That was like something in itself that they even like trusted that they even throw us out there, and then to put us in the ring with SATs was just insane. The father of the style. It was just really surreal because I grew up watching like a lot of their stuff like back in TNA days when TNA was early on. It was just crazy just to even right now I'm getting like giddy about it. Like I'm just smiling and stuff. Like just even think about it. Like it got to work such a legendary tag team and like you said, just innovated the style, fathered the style. And I was just so happy for it with it. And then when they gave that speech at the end of the show, like you said, like it felt like a passing of the torch moment. So like we're gonna keep riding, we're gonna keep working hard, we're gonna keep making everybody proud, and then hopefully we can live up to the torch that they passed down to us after that. So yeah.
Yeah, they were one of those dream interviews that we wanted to get earlier this year. And then when we got them on, it was just even talking to them before we started recording, they made you feel like they were friends of yours. And then, as they get going, you know how dedicated they are to wrestling. And they have such a unique viewpoint that, I'm dying to have them on the show again because we talked to them at the beginning of this kind of whole comeback tour.
Mhm.
And since we talked to them, they've had so many matches and especially against you guys because I've been watching you a lot on Wrestling Open. So
Mhm.
to see you guys getting big there and then to see you guys taking on the SAT, I couldn't believe it. Now, I'm going to play
Yeah,
the
it was
oh,
definitely like I'm sorry to cut you off. It was definitely like really working an older version of ourselves. It's just like the way we just it's still insane just to think about. Yeah, I can't even get over it.
almost like a Ghost of Christmas Future type thing where
Absolutely,
it's like,
absolutely.
well, hey, before we get into the body of this interview, I'm going to play this intro real quick and then we'll start this whole thing off.
Let's ride.
Now, it's not too many times that I'll kick an interview off with the same question, two interviews in a row, but we just talked to Alec Price yesterday. And I feel like you guys, you, Dustin, Ichiban, Alec, you're all you got this rocket ship strapped to you right now. So, what do you think is key to you getting as far as you have this early on?
Well, for myself and Flash specifically, and Ichiban too. For us, it's just like we show that we put in the work. We work hard, and we keep a positive attitude. We stay out of trouble as much as we can. Like we just stay quiet to everything and really try to like not brush anybody the wrong way. And I think that's really helpful. Like you said, like the whole reason why we even got to this point where we are right now, especially at Wrestling Open, is like we literally like when Beyond Uncharted Territory season 3 was going on, we would literally be there basically every week before the shows, just going there to help out every single week, every single week, every single week, until one day they asked us, like, "Hey, we heard you guys are a tag team. Do you want to be a part of the Discovery Gauntlet?" Because it was the tag team Discovery Gauntlet. It was like, "Yeah, we would love to," and then I guess that just shows you how much hard work pays off because we like you said, like I said, we came there early and we got the opportunity to shine, and then we never looked back since. So yeah, you guys gotta grab the opportunity by the balls and just keep running with it.
Yeah, that's what I found success is. It's like being in the right place at the right time, being a decent person, and putting that work in because
Mhm.
all those things going together with like a little bit of luck is kind of what success grows out of because you never know what could be an opportunity or like what connections could lead to things. Like we we've wanted to get interviews with a bunch of people on Beyond. And
Mhm.
it was because of Wrestling Open, we were able to sponsor Dustin the week he took on Wheeler Yuta.
Mhm. And I thank
And
you
then,
because we got sponsored that week too because Ways and Curls. Shout out my big brother Trey. Shout out to Jalen. They couldn't make it because Trey had got injured. But thank you for passing on that sponsor to us. So we appreciate that.
oh, no problem. But it also opened the opportunity to, we were able to interview Drew because we've been fans of Beyond for so long and Wrestling Open
Mhm.
that it's like to get to talk to him about what Wrestling Open is all about is awesome. And then to get young talents like you and Dustin that are on your way up, it's awesome to like talk to you guys now because like when we were talking to Alec yesterday, he kept like apologizing about rambling. And I was thinking like it's not really rambling because when you're hustling,
Mhm.
you just go from day to day to day. So when you're asked about it and then you got to kind of think about it, you're like, wow, I did a lot in a little bit of time. I did a lot over my journey. So to take it
Right.
in sometimes can be awe-inspiring.
Absolutely. And I really like find that a hard thing to believe for myself too because like at the end of the day, like last year around this time, not to diminish myself in Flash, but like we really wasn't even thought about on like the scale we are now. Like nobody was even thinking about us. Nobody even really knew who we were. Like obviously we had our fans in certain areas where we wrestled at and stuff like that. But like on the scale we are right now, like we came so far in like literally a year. Like and to try and cap it off all at the festival in the T4 Summit, we're gonna try to cap it off and become the first ever IWTV Tag Team Champions. So it's really crazy to just think about like, damn, we really was doing our thing because it's so go 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 go. You don't really have that time to really think about it. And I just gotta stop myself sometimes, just really be appreciative and like grateful for all the work that I put in, the work that Flash put in, that we was able to come so far in so little of time. Because a year is really not a lot of time. It might seem long because, life, but it's really not that long when you really think about it.
No, and especially like you or like kind of us where we look back on the videos we've put out over the past year and to
Mhm.
think about where we were on January 1st and like the mindset we went into the year with versus where we are now. It
Mhm.
almost feels like you kind of grow. It almost feels like 5 years worth of growth in that time just because it's like, wow, I did that much.
Mhm.
And especially with you guys, it's great to hear of a team coming out of Connecticut. Now, you guys trained under Paul Roma, Mario Mancini.
Yep.
What's some of the best advice you've gotten from that school that's helped get you to where you are now? Like, what were your bigger takeaways from there?
Um, my bigger takeaways from the school is just, is just having like a good work ethic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just never really take shit from anybody, I guess, you know. Um, be yourself, work hard. Like, always try to work harder than other than. I remember, like, when I was, like, meet myself personally, I first got to the school. Um, Flash and my other two partners, Sean and Jay, they was already there training and stuff. But I guess what pushed me so far ahead of them, like in the beginning, was was my work ethic because it's like I would just come in and just I would really just hustle. Like even though I was new, I would just like hustle because I wanted it so bad. So I got put on like even though they had their debuts before me, but I got put on in like a faster time because I was only there for like about 4 to 6 months before I had my first match, and I think that's like one of the quickest turnaround that they had there at that time. So yeah, it was just a crazy experience, you know. It's just gotta hustle. And then yeah, it's just I'm trying to think. Look at me, I'm rambling just like you said, Alec was yesterday.
No, we
But
love hearing it because, we are the whole reason we started the podcast was we're such fans of wrestling. We wanted a collection of wrestling stories.
hmm
And like when you get, like these legends or these guys that have been around, they've told their stories so many times that they can just rattle it off. I
hmm
like that. Like I'm asking you and you stop and you think and you're like, wow, like, to get that part of it, to get the wonder of just being on the rise. Like I enjoy that. So don't worry about rambling at all. I meant to tell Alec that yesterday, but he was just such a good talker. I couldn't jump in there on him.
But yeah, it's like I think another thing that helped us there is just they just told us to just go out and get it. You know, like Paul, Mario, even Richard Holiday, he helped us a lot. Um, Another one of our trainers, I call him Professor Battle, but Chris Battle, you know, the Red Line, they helped us out a lot. Just hustling, just going out there, busting your ass, grinding. You know, that's the only way you're gonna get better by working hard. You know, just staying in shape. So I think
Yeah,
that's the one thing that they told us to be ourselves and just go out there and hustle.
yeah, there's a lot of good names that have come out of that school. So when I saw you talking to Under the Ropes about PPW, I'm like, oh, I gotta ask. I was gonna ask about Richard Holiday, but then right when I was about to write the question down, you mentioned him, and I'm like, all right. But it's got to be good to have those names that have come out of there that can give you like it's almost like a senior at your high school going on to like a big college and being able
Mhm.
to tell you like this is what to look out for out there and be able to
Absolutely.
give you that advice.
Absolutely, and just really, I just before I lose track of this, lose my thought pattern. I just really want to shout out to Richard Holiday. Anyway, that's my big brother. Without him, like me and Flash, and I really mean this like wholeheartedly. Like without him, like giving out the advice and like knowledge about what's going on in on the scenes today, and like how to. That's another thing at the school too. Just how to carry yourself, you know. But especially with Holiday, he really taught us how to carry ourselves and how to be professional. Really, just doing certain things a certain type of way. And shout out to my big brother Joe, big brother. So just shout out to my big brother Holiday, and I really appreciate him, and you know, really hope he gets healthier. I know he's halfway through his chemo right now, so best wishes to my big brother, and he'll be back sooner rather than later. I hope. So yeah.
Yeah, we're pulling for him. We had him on like he was one of the first couple guests that we really wanted to get because we're such big MLW fans and when we recently saw the news, we shared it and we were stunned because then it reminds you like that life is so precious and
Absolutely.
these things can happen anytime, but he's great. Like we know he's going to bounce back and he's going to be
Mhm.
10 times the performer he was like before he went away.
Absolutely, and that's the one thing I try to always remind myself too. Just like God forbid, but this can all be taken from us tomorrow or even today. You know, you never know your last day is gonna be. Even though like it's a scary thought to think about, but you really just gotta keep pushing forward and hustling as much as you can while you're here. Be that
Yeah,
best version of
definitely.
yourself. I know everybody got their bad days. I'm not perfect either, but it's best to always keep your head up, keep pushing, and staying positive. That's my motto. That's my motto.
Well, here's a question I wasn't even going to ask, but I ask it from time to time in interviews. How do you handle setbacks when they pop up or disappointments?
Um, it's like that's like a loaded question right there. It's kind of hard to explain for me because like every situation is different. But like I said before, it's just all about you know okay, it happened. It's okay. Like, and this is one thing people gotta realize too. It's okay to feel like for better or for worse, like shit. It's a shitty situation happened or whatever. It's okay to feel like that, but don't keep yourself in that position. You got to keep fighting out that position. You got the rain gonna come, but the sun and the rainbow gonna shine later. You gotta remember that. So it's not gonna stay forever. The storm not gonna stay forever. Just gotta keep pushing through, and then eventually you're gonna come out on the other side better off. I've been through a lot in my life. Even like past few years and stuff like that. It's like it's a lot, but you just gotta keep that positive mindset. For me, like I put on a front sometimes only because it helps me like be better. I don't really like people seeing me like that. Like even though like it's like even that's something I gotta work on, but it helps me out like putting on that front because it makes me eventually makes me feel better. Just keep pushing and being positive and try to keep that mindset, even though like I might be in like a not the best of spaces at that time. But even though it's probably not a healthy thing to do, but that's one of the things that helped me out. Just keep pushing on, and But like I said before, it's okay not to feel good, but you just can't allow yourself to stay in that mindset.
Yeah, definitely. We've like even as we've done the podcast, it was like I think I lost my dad. I think it was like 2 years ago around this time.
Yeah,
And
I
then
had I
Dave
had lost
lost
my
his mom this year
yeah,
too.
I lost my grandfather around the same time. So yeah, it's a tough thing. So
Yeah, it's tough, but you keep going on and like eventually like it's not that you hurt worse, it just the hurt changes
hmm
and you just try and turn it into a positive. And I know we brought viewers down a lot in the middle here, but I like those questions where you get real with someone because you've probably heard a ton of, where did you like wrestling? Where did you do this? But not like, how do you handle setbacks? Like, what do you do when things get negative? But
hmm
let's get back on the positive talk. Tell us about Miracle Generation. And I got to get to the bottom of a question that you left me with after the Under the Ropes podcast.
okay. So Miracle Generation. It's all started with four people: myself, Flash, Jay Onyx, and Sean Knight. You know, it was like a thing. We all had like a brotherhood type of thing. Even myself and Flash, we had a rocky start in the beginning, but all four of us just started becoming closer and closer and closer. We started going on the road together, especially during the pandemic because Extra was like was on the only thing, one of the only things open. But we eventually just started going on the road every week. Every week, started traveling with each other, hanging out with each other, like, and it just became like a brotherhood. I look to those three people like those are like my real life brothers now. And I'm saying all the experience that we've been through, all the experience that we continue to go through. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's just a brotherhood of us four guys. Just like it's a miracle that we're all here, that we all made it. We all come from different walks of life. We experience different things, but we all experience similar things at the same token. In the same token, so it's just a brotherhood. And then one day, we were just trying to figure out like because we always wanted to be a group, so we just trying to figure out what would be the name of the group? What would be the name of the group? And eventually, Jay, he came up with the name Miracle Generation based off of anime. Um, and yeah, that's how the name came up to be. Miracle Generation based off Generation of Miracles from Kuroko no Basket. Um, so yeah, that's how we all came to be.
All right, that was definitely the question I was gonna ask because you weren't gonna get into the anime on that, and I'm like, there's the question that's in there. But it's got to be good to come up with a group of guys too, because as you're all learning in the business, it's less like doing it on your own. You have these other guys to bounce ideas off of and to
Mhm.
talk about, the come up with, so you don't feel so alone. That's got to help you get farther along, I imagine, also.
Nah, absolutely. Like yeah, without these dudes, like even like just without these guys, just growing up in the business life, it would be tough. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'm so grateful and like so glad that I got the experience. Like, and even still now, like I don't think I have ever traveled to a show like by myself or been on a show that they haven't been on. And it's just crazy to even think about like that tight bond that we all have. Even though we may fight, we may argue, we may not like each other all the time. But I love these people, and I would like do anything in my power that I'm able to do for them. Like absolutely. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if you have the same social anxiety as me, but like I hate showing up to places alone. So it's got
Hmm.
to help too to always have like, your family rolling with you to, you show up as a group. It just helps with self-esteem and getting yourself out there too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like you said, like social anxiety is a real thing. Even like bef- before I even got to wrestling, it was just like anytime I would go to a new place, it was just like I would feel so awkward, so weird. But like I have less of that problem now because I'm with those guys, so I'm able to be more of myself. Like on the first on the first time meeting people. So yeah, it's just a real thing.
Now, we talked about kind of your inner circle, but who are some people outside of your inner circle, like in the business, that have helped you out along the way, outside of like your trainers and things like that? Are
Okay,
there any guys you've worked with that you've picked something up from?
Anthony Green, he helped me in Flash a lot, especially like he was like one of the people that helped us like not one of he was the person that helped us out get to like Black Label Pro, helped us out with that. So shout out to Anthony Green. Even like now he still gives us advice. Like the other day he just texted me something about like a certain move that we did, and he was like, "Hey, maybe you should do this right there." And I was like, "All right, cool. Like that's a good idea. Let me make sure I write that down and remember that." But like AG, um, like Drew Cordero, from Beyond Wrestling, he helped us out a lot with our growth, especially like throughout all the weeks of like Wrestling Open and like beyond that we was there. He helped us out a lot. Um, I'm trying to think. I'm just having such a brain fart because it's really a lot of people that really like to me that helped us out. Like I try to take something from everybody, positive or negative. I try to like take something and really apply it to myself. Like even like somebody like just like some random person on the street, if they have said something, I'll take what I can from it and try to apply it to myself. So but yeah, those two, Drew and AG, they helped us out a lot. I'm really trying to think. Oh, Wagner Brown. What is Slick Wagner Brown? Without Slick Wagner Brown, me and Flash would not be a team right now. And that's real stuff. So shout out to Slick. He helps us out still to this day. Give us advice and stuff like that. So Slick Wagner Brown. Without
He's
him,
out
me
of
and
Test
Flash.
of Strength Wrestling,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. He's the head trainer of Texas Strength. So shout
Now,
out
you
to
kind
Wagner
of already
Brown.
got into it, but tell us about Wrestling Open and why it's been so important to your development.
Um, so Wrestling Open. It's so one day I don't even know if I should be telling this story. I might get in trouble for telling this story. But one day Drew came up to me, Flash, and he probably went up to other couple guys too. But he was like saying like, "Yeah, I see, I come here like every week," because this was like during Uncharted Territory season 3. He's like, yeah, I see you guys coming up here like every week, busting your ass, working hard, um, and I'm not able to really do much for you guys, but y'all do so much for me. So like, I had an idea because we had some tryout matches before. He liked what he see, what he saw from me and Flash and a couple other people. So he was like, yeah, I was like, I have an idea to like showcase like guys like yourselves and really like implement them with some of the people from the Beyond roster. And he was like, yeah. So what do you think about if I had like a show like maybe like every Thursday, run it like every Thursday, and then just try to highlight people like yourselves. And he was like, oh, I was like, yeah, we would love that. Like that would be cool as hell. Like to even do like, cause me and Flash like was missing that from XWA because XWA has stopped running on Thursdays or whatever. So yeah, it was like, yeah, we would love that. Get our reps in and then be able to work with different crop of guys, people that's gonna help us elevate our game and grow to get better. So he's like, yeah, we love that. So then one day he made the big announcement. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna start this thing called Wrestling Open, and I'm gonna obviously if you want to work, you got to sign up for it. Got to sign in, and basically everybody gets get a cut off the door, so everybody gets equal pay. We was like, okay, cool. So we started from episode 0, even episode 0, like because Blitzkrieg was supposed to run during the festival, but you know it was high during COVID time, so like everybody like didn't want to come, and everybody got sick and stuff like that. So they had canceled their show due to those circumstances and stuff like that. And then the soft open of Wrestling Open happened that night, and we got to wrestle Ricky, Shane Page, and Vincent Nutten in the main event that night. And then on the official Open of Wrestling Open, we guys started this whole rivalry with main event. So and then from there on, we just kept growing and growing and growing, week after week after week after week, and just kept elevating ourselves and elevating the game. You know, coming to this point where we are right now, where we are the Limited Cup Tag Team Champions.
And it's been great to see, coming full circle for the year. Like you said, last year, what Beyond did with Uncharted Territory was amazing. And then I think they've just taken it up another notch with Wrestling Open because, like, for real wrestling nerds out there, where you're looking to see who the next big talents are coming up, Wrestling Open is that spot. You're getting to see them go against established stars that come in from AEW, and you get to see just a great mix of matches. Now, before I go asking you about what your plans are for next year, you are an anime fan, and I got to ask a question because I don't watch anime. Everybody at work is telling me I got to get into it. What is an anime that you would recommend for somebody that's never watched it to get into it? I mean, I've watched movies here and there like Spirited Away, but I've never been like deep into it. So give me a recommendation to start me out on.
See, it's kind of hard because it depends on what you like. Like you specifically, what do you like? Like what type of things do you like?
I like pro wrestling. I like comedy. In my movies, I tend to like, maybe a little deeper of a story. But yeah, I'll tend to like comedy.
Okay, so let me think. For you specifically, since you like wrestling and comedy, a good anime. It's a boxing anime. It's not really wrestling. It's a boxing anime. It's called Hajime no Ippo, but it's about a story about a kid named Ippo and his growth through like his journey on becoming a better. I don't want to say better person because he's already a good person, but like his journey about on growing as a person, and how boxing helps him grow as a person. Because he starts off timid, but slowly over the course of the story, he gains more confidence and confidence and confidence until he's, the champion. So yeah, that's a good one to watch. For just like casuals, dang, it's kind of hard out Cause I'm trying to think of an anime that's not too long to watch. You know, because like most of the animes I watch are like they have a whole bunch of episodes to them. So I'm just trying to think that's something that's not long. When then it'll be easy watch. I'm about to look at my list right now. You about to have me look at my list right now. So um,
Well, definitely text me some then,
all
because
right, I got you. I
not to
got
put
you.
you on the spot, but definitely like it's I like getting recommendations from somebody that's into it, because then they can give you like, this is what I like, or here's something you may like. But
Yeah,
let's end it.
I try not to base off stuff like that I like and show people. I need to really know what they like so they can have like a good a smooth selling into the world of anime.
Nice. You want to give them a recommendation that's going to keep them coming back to anime, not like,
Yeah,
oh man, what you got
essentially.
me watching this like 3 hour long movie about?
Yeah, essentially. But yeah, anime
Now,
is like cool. It's like it's been like a strong point in my life. You know, it helped me like with wrestling. Like anime have also been one of those things that just helped me like with everything in my life. Just so yeah.
nice. Now we come full circle talking about Wrestling Open. Let's end on a big note. What are your goals for 2023? What promotions would you like to wrestle for? What tournaments would you like to end up in? And then plug whatever you'd like.
Well, this is not really a 2023 goal because the goal is gonna hopefully I accomplish this goal before the year is over, and that's to become the first ever IWTV tag team champions with my partner in crime, my little brother Flash. So that's one goal. Another goal is maybe hopefully just throwing this out there. Me and Flash can be a tag team in GCW. He's already doing the GCW stuff right now, but hopefully I can make my way over there with him and do that. Um, I wanna go on down south, so maybe Action or Sup. What's up with that?
Mm.
West Coast, trying to get in West Coast Pro Prestige. Maybe go down to Texas. I'm trying to go in the Midwest. I'm just trying to. Oh, and definitely, I'm trying to make Canada a thing. I'm trying to make Canada a thing for sure. C4, trying to ICW, ISW, Interspecies Wrestling. Trying to go to the heart of Canada and wrestle there. So I'm just trying to build up my portfolio. Uh, add these pages in my passport. They looking empty, so I'm trying to fill those up. Whether
Hey,
it's
maybe
Canada,
Anthony Green could.
Mexico, UK, wherever. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to make it happen. I'm trying to be a global wrestler. Next year.
Yeah, maybe Anthony Green could hook it up with Pro Wrestling Noah.
Oh, that would be sick, bro. That's like my biggest goal. Like one of my biggest goals is to wrestle in Japan. So that would be sick. I already wrestled like a Japanese wrestler named Shin Skywalker. That shit was sick. Excuse my language. That was sick because it's like it was so unexpected. And I was not expecting to wrestle him. And I got the chance to wrestle him. It's like him and Myron Reed in the same match. It was just crazy. I was like, yo, what is life right now, yo? What is life right now?
I know it's great to see those matchups. Well, we're excited to see you at Restival. Tell the people where they can find you on social media. And
Okay.
your boys are winning the tag team championships at the end of the year. I'm calling it now. It's got to happen.
We gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen, Joe. You can follow me on Twitter at Little Kylon, LittleKylon. You can find me on Instagram at KingKai0610. That's KINGKAI 0610. And trying to think, do I have anything else?
You got a Pro Wrestling Tees store. I see you got that nice
Pro
Miracle
Wrestling
Generation shirt
Tees,
out there.
Kylon King right there. If you want some Miracle Generation merch, we're gonna we usually sell those stuff at in person. So come see us at any of these shows near you, and we'll buy a shirt, buy some merch. I got bills to pay. I got to eat. You know what I'm saying? So do that.
Well, hey, get out there and support your boys. And thank you
Yes,
guys
sir.
for tuning in. We'll see you again next time.
Thanks for having me. Peace.